Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had one of those days? You're standing in front of the mirror, and you're wearing that beautiful blouse you absolutely love. You know, the one that feels so soft and silky against your skin. The one with that perfect color that just makes you glow. Everything should be perfect. But then, you take a step back, you look at the whole picture, and you get this little nagging feeling. Something is just off. And you find yourself thinking, why doesn't this outfit look as elegant as it should? The blouse is gorgeous. You look beautiful. So what is the problem? Well, if that feeling sounds familiar, I want you to know you are not alone. It is a quiet frustration that so many of us feel when we get dressed at this stage in our lives. You know, in our 20s and 30s, fashion can feel like a race, like we have something to prove. But fashion at this point in our lives? It isn't a race. It's a homecoming. It's a real, honest conversation with the woman you've become. We are done dressing to impress. We are now dressing to express. Not to express a trend, but to express our wisdom, our confidence, and the incredible beauty that only comes with experience. It's an elegance that comes from knowing who you are, a confidence that comes from accepting who you are, and a true sense of style that comes from making intentional choices. And I'm here to tell you that the silent culprit, the one thing that is secretly sabotaging all of that, usually isn't that beautiful blouse you love. It's what you're wearing with it. It's the pants. So in today's video, we're not just going to talk about what you should wear. We are going to do something much more powerful. We are going to name the 5 types of pants that are secretly working against your blouses. We're going to break down exactly why they create that awkward disconnect. And most importantly, I am going to give you the perfect, elegant swaps that will be total game changers for your wardrobe. So, go ahead and pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee or a lovely cup of tea. Settle in and get comfortable, because we are about to have a little chat that could completely transform the way you get dressed. Are you ready? Let's dive in. All right, before we get to the good stuff, and trust me, the alternatives are fabulous, we need to have a little heart-to-heart about the 5 key items that just don't play well with a beautiful blouse. Think of this as the foundation for everything that comes next. First up is an item I am willing to bet is in about 80% of our closets for those warmer months. Number 1, Capri pants. Look, I get it. They seem practical. They feel breezy. They feel like a safe choice, right? Come on, you can be honest with me. How many pairs are tucked away in your dresser right now? I used to have a whole collection myself. But here's the hard truth about capris. It all comes down to where they end. That awkward line cuts right across the widest part of your calf, visually chopping your leg in half. It's a basic principle of design. It creates a boxy silhouette and completely works against the long, elegant line your blouse is trying to create. Okay, so from a mistake in proportion, let's move on to a mistake in texture and, well, intention. Number 2, leggings. I know. They are the king of comfort. But that comfort comes at a cost to your style. A blouse, with its soft drape and graceful shape, needs a partner with some substance. Leggings are skin tight. They reveal every single bump and curve, and they create a jarring contrast. It's like serving a 5-star gourmet meal on a paper plate. It just devalues the whole experience. Have you ever worn leggings with a shorter top and just felt a little exposed? A little underdressed? That's the feeling we're talking about. That's your elegance being compromised. Now, if leggings are a clash of textures, our next item is a total clash of attitude. Number 3, distressed jeans. The ones with the rips and the frayed hems. Listen, my daughter, who I love dearly, is always trying to get me to be edgy and try these on. She says they're cool, they're youthful, but you know what the iconic designer Coco Chanel always said? Simplicity is the keynote of all true elegance. Ripped jeans are visually noisy, they're chaotic, they scream, look at me. A blouse, on the other hand, whispers. It speaks of grace and poise and confidence. Putting them together sends a really confusing message. It doesn't make us look younger. It can, unfortunately, make us look like we're trying just a little too hard. From a style clash, we now move to a clash of occasion. Number 4, joggers and sweatpants with those elastic cuffs. I will be the first to admit, for a day of errands or lounging at home, my joggers are my best friend. But that's where they belong. There's a concept in psychology called enclothed cognition, which basically means the clothes we wear send signals to our brain. Joggers, with their drawstring waist and cuffed ankles, are sending your brain a signal to relax, to work out, or to binge watch that new show. That completely contradicts the polished, put-together signal from your blouse. It's like your top half is ready for a lovely lunch with friends, while your bottom half is staying home to watch TV. Do you see that disconnect? And finally, a mistake that isn't about the shape of the pants, but about what's on them. Number 5. Pants with loud, bold prints. A great outfit needs a star of the show. Just one. If your blouse has beautiful details, like embroidery, a lovely bow, or it's just a stunning color, then that's your star. When you add a pair of pants with a huge floral pattern or a wild animal print, the two pieces start fighting for attention. It's too much for the eye to take in, and the result is a look that feels chaotic, not chic. I learned this the hard way once at an art gallery opening. I wore these gorgeous silk pants with a bold paisley print, but I paired them with a blouse that also had some detailed lacework. The whole night, I just felt busy. My outfit felt loud, not sophisticated. Lesson learned. So there they are, 5 common culprits. We've identified the problems. Now for the fun part. Let's dive deep into the simple, elegant swaps that will not only fix these issues, but will elevate your entire look. We'll start with our first offender, the Capri pant. Alright, now for the part 1 really love, the deep dive where we figure this all out together. We're going to tackle these one by one, starting with the biggest, and I mean the asterisk biggest, offender of them all, because it's so popular. The Capri pant. Let's be honest, why do we all reach for them? Because they feel easy, right? A breezy compromise between long pants and shorts? I used to think that way for years, but my friends, I'm here to tell you that this is a style illusion. The real problem isn't just that they make you look shorter. The problem is that they violate a critical rule of style, which is creating a long, clean line. Think about a beautiful, unbroken visual path that flows from your waist all the way down to your ankle. That's what creates elegance and the illusion of height. Capri pants, with that hard stop right in the middle of your calf, shatter that line completely. It's like a visual full stop right in the middle of a beautiful sentence. This is especially true for so many of us. Genetically, many women tend to have torsos that are slightly longer in proportion to their legs. Capris just exaggerate that, throwing your whole silhouette off balance. Have you ever noticed that when you wear them, your calves suddenly seem wider? That's not your imagination. It's a trick of the eye caused by that awkward hemline. I have to tell you this story. A client of mine, Laura, a total powerhouse executive, came to me looking so frustrated. She's incredibly smart and confident, but she told me she had a secret style insecurity about her height. She'd been wearing these expensive, designer white capris all summer, thinking they were the height of chic. She said to me, and I'll never forget this, I don't get it. I spent a fortune on a gorgeous silk blouse from Theory, but when I put it on with these pants, I feel short and frumpy. My top half and my bottom half feel like they belong to 2 different people. And she was absolutely right. So we did a little experiment. I had her swap out her capris for one of the alternatives I'm about to show you, and the change was instant. It was like magic, and these are the exact same solutions I want to share with you. Your first elegant swap, culottes or palazzo pants. I want you to forget feeling cut off and embrace feeling flowy and effortless and incredibly chic. These wide leg pants, made from beautiful fabrics like linen or rayon, move with you and create a silhouette that works with your blouse, not against it. They don't just hide your calf, they create a whole new, elongated shape that looks so sophisticated. Can you just picture it? Your second elegant swap, for those of you who love a more tailored look, is the slim straight ankle pant. This is the secret weapon of modern style. The hem hits right at your ankle, which is the slimmest part of your leg. It's a brilliant style trick that draws the eye downward, giving you a graceful finish line for your outfit and making your legs look a mile long. And finally, I'm giving you my golden rule. This one is a non-negotiable. Whatever style you choose, always go for a high waist. A higher waistline instantly rewrites your body's proportions. It visually lifts your waist, making your legs look longer from the get-go, and it creates the perfect anchor to neatly tuck in your beautiful blouse. So, we've tackled the problem of length and proportion. But what happens when the length is right, but the fabric and the entire vibe of the pants are just plain wrong? Well, that brings us to culprit number 2, the legging. So, we've tackled the problem of length and proportion. But what happens when the length is right, but the fabric and the entire vibe of the pants are just plain wrong? Well, That brings us to culprit number 2, leggings. Now listen, I know what you're probably thinking, because I've thought it too. But they're just so comfortable. And you are 100% right. Comfort is our earned right at this stage in our lives. But do you ever feel like sometimes we let our desire for comfort completely overtake our desire to look polished? Here's the deal with leggings and a blouse. They speak two totally different languages. Your beautiful blouse is speaking a language of softness, of grace, of intention. It's like poetry. Your leggings, with their skin tight, tell-all nature, are speaking the language of the gym or the sofa. When you put them together, they don't create a conversation, they create a conflict. A veteran fashion editor at Vogue once said, "Elegance never shouts. It whispers through fabric and silhouette." Leggings, no matter how expensive, don't really have a silhouette. They are simply a second skin, and frankly, they often highlight things we'd rather not. I will never, ever forget this image. I was at a beautiful high tea at a 5-star hotel, a very chic, elegant affair. A woman walked in wearing the most stunning emerald green silk blouse from Chloe. It was a work of art, but on the bottom, she was wearing a pair of shiny, black leggings. And in an instant, all the magic of that expensive blouse just evaporated. No one said anything, of course, but you could just feel the disconnect in the room. The whole look was jarring. It's like taking a brilliant diamond and mounting it on a piece of cardboard. The mismatch ruins the beauty of the gem. So what's the solution when you still crave that easy, pull-on comfort? Thankfully, modern fashion has given us some incredible options. Your first elegant swap, and this is the secret weapon I want every single one of you to have in your closet. Ponte pants, P-O-N-T-E. Have you heard of them? Ponte is a type of high-quality, double-knit fabric that is thick, stretchy, and holds its shape beautifully. It gives you the flexibility and comfort of a legging, but the smooth, structured look of a tailored trouser. It skims your body, it smooths everything out, and it creates a clean, sophisticated line. A great pair of black ponte pants will be the hardest working item in your wardrobe, I promise you. Your second elegant swap, for those days you want ultimate relaxation. Wide leg knit trousers. Imagine the comfort of your favorite pajamas, but with the look of a chic, designer pant. The key here is to look for a pull-on style with a flat front, no drawstrings, and no cuffed ankle. The soft, flowing drape of the knit fabric will move beautifully with your blouse. And here's my pro tip for you when you're shopping for any kind of stretch pant. It is all about the weight of the fabric. Thickness is your friend. Here's a simple test you can do in the store. Hold the fabric up and give it a good stretch against the light. If you can easily see the details of your hand through it, put it back. A quality knit with good density will never be see-through, and that makes all the difference between looking chic and looking cheap. So now, we've solved the problem of fabric and structure. But what happens when a pair of pants has a good shape, and it's made from a great material, but it has a completely different attitude than your elegant top? That brings us to our third style mistake, the distressed jean. So we've solved the problem of fabric and structure. But what happens when a pair of pants has a good shape, and it's made from a great material, but it has a completely different attitude than your elegant top? This brings us to our third style offender, distressed jeans. Okay, this one can be a little controversial, I know. Ripped jeans are everywhere, and they're marketed to us as youthful and edgy. But I want you to ask yourself this question, honestly. Have you ever seen a woman our age in a pair of heavily distressed jeans and thought to yourself, does that really look chic? The issue here isn't about age, it's about the conflicting messages your outfit is sending. Your blouse is communicating one thing: I am elegant, I am poised, I am confident in my own skin. Meanwhile, the ripped jeans are yelling something completely different. I'm a rebel, I'm breaking the rules, I'm trying to be edgy. Those two messages just don't belong in the same sentence. The result is an outfit that looks confused, and worse, it can look like we're trying too hard. The iconic designer Carolina Herrera, a true queen of elegance, once gave some words of wisdom. She said that nothing makes a woman look older than trying to dress like she's a teenager. That is such a powerful thought. Our confidence now comes from embracing the incredible woman we are today, not from chasing the trends of a different generation. I want you to think about the true style icons over 60, Oprah Winfrey, Helen Mirren, Meryl Streep. Do you ever see them in ripped jeans? Never. They absolutely wear denim. but it's always impeccable, perfectly fitting, high-quality denim. They don't chase trends. Instead, they focus on timeless style, and that's where their power comes from. My own daughter, who I adore, will sometimes see a pair and say, "Mom, you should try these. You'd look so cool." And I just smile and tell her, "Honey, my kind of cool doesn't come with holes in it anymore. It comes from looking polished and put together." So, does this mean we have to give up on denim? Absolutely not. Denim is our best friend. We just have to choose the right denim. Your first elegant swap, the dark wash straight leg or bootcut jean. This is the ultimate wardrobe foundation. Look for a clean, dark rinse with no fading, no whiskering, and absolutely no rips. This is the kind of jean you can dress up with a silk blouse and heels, or dress down with a t-shirt and sneakers. It is the smartest denim investment you can make. Your second elegant swap, for a look that is so fresh and sophisticated, is the white jean. Don't be afraid of white denim. A crisp pair of white straight-leg jeans, paired with a navy silk blouse and some classic leather loafers? That is a timeless, powerful, million-dollar look. Can you feel the difference in that image? And here's my pro tip when you're jean shopping. Pay attention to the fabric content on the label. Look for denim that has a tiny bit of stretch. About 2% elastane is the magic number. It will help the jeans mold to your body and be so much more comfortable. And also, look at the little details, like the quality of the stitching and the hardware. That's where you can really see the difference between cheap jeans and high-quality ones. So, from a clash of style, we're going to move to a clash that's a bit more subtle. It's a clash of context, and that brings us to the piece of clothing that has taken over the world in the last few years, the jogger. So, from a clash of style, we're going to move to a clash that's a bit more subtle. It's a clash of context, and that brings us to the piece of clothing that basically became the official uniform for the entire world for a couple of years. Number 4, the jogger. Listen, I get it. The rise of comfort-first fashion has brought the jogger out of the house and onto the streets. And I'll be the first to tell you, I own a few pairs of incredibly soft joggers that I love to wear at home. But here's the question we have to ask ourselves when we pair them with a beautiful blouse. Are we elevating the jogger, or are we dressing down the blouse? The problem is in the details that give the game away. The drawstring waist, the cuffed elastic ankle. Those are design cues. They send a signal to our brain that says, it's time to chill out. It's time to relax. It's the psychology of getting dressed. The clothes we wear literally change how we feel and how we carry ourselves. When we wear joggers, we tend to feel more casual, more relaxed. That posture just doesn't align with the poised, put-together energy of a great blouse. In fact, a survey in Inspo magazine asked a group of top personal stylists, and over 70% of them agreed that wearing athletic wear in the wrong setting is one of the fastest ways to diminish your authority and your polish. It creates a sense of confusion. People look at you and they don't know, is she coming from the gym? Is she heading to bed? That ambiguity can unintentionally weaken your personal presence. Let me paint a picture for you. I have such a vivid memory of this. I was sitting in the first-class lounge at an international airport. A woman walked in who was clearly very successful. She was wearing these beautiful, delicate pearl earrings and a gorgeous silk blouse from Tory Burch. But from the waist down, she had on a pair of gray, fleece joggers and these big, clunky sneakers. And instantly, the whole image fell apart. She didn't look like a chic, seasoned traveler. She looked rushed. She looked temporary, like she threw on the first thing she could find. That one choice unintentionally cheapened her entire look. So how do we get that jogger-level comfort without sacrificing our elegance? Your first elegant swap, think of this as the jogger's chic older sister. The tapered trouser. This style often has an elastic waist in the back for comfort, but it's flat in the front. It's roomy and relaxed through the hip and thigh, and then it slims down to a clean, straight ankle. No cuff, it gives you all the movement, with none of the sloppiness. Do you see that polished difference? Your second elegant swap, for when you want to feel truly luxurious. The silk or satin pull-on pant. Why should you have to choose between feeling comfortable and looking like $1,000,000? With a beautiful silk pant, you get both. That cool, soft feeling on your skin is pure luxury, and the look is effortlessly elegant. This is the ultimate quiet luxury move. And here's my expert tip for you, and it is a total game changer. Never underestimate the power of your shoes. You can take a comfortable pull-on pant, But if you swap the sneakers for a classic loafer, a soft leather mule, or a chic pointed toe flat, you have instantly elevated the entire outfit. Your shoes are the anchor. So, we have found a way to be comfortable and chic in any context. But what happens when every single piece of your outfit is technically correct, but together, they create a look that's just too much? A look that's visually overwhelming? That brings us to our final point, the loud printed pant. So, we have found a way to be comfortable and chic in any context. But what happens when every single piece of your outfit is technically correct, but together, they create a look that's just too much? A look that's visually overwhelming? That brings us to our final point on the list today. Number 5, the loud printed pant. Now let me be very clear, this is not an attack on prints. I love color. I love personality. I love a woman who is not afraid to express her joy through her wardrobe. But the true art of elegance is knowing when less is more. The problem here comes down to a fundamental rule of all good design. The one focal point rule. In painting, in photography, in interior design, this rule is king. A great outfit needs one star of the show, and the other pieces need to be the supporting cast. When you wear a beautiful blouse that already has details, like ruffles or a tie neck, and then you add a pair of pants with a huge, bold floral print, you're creating what I call visual chaos. The two pieces are fighting each other for attention, and the result is that nothing truly shines. It's tiring for the eye, and even worse, it can completely overwhelm you. Have you ever put on an outfit and felt like the clothes were wearing you instead of the other way around? That's what this is. The legendary interior designer Dorothy Draper had a famous piece of advice. She said, "Always give the eye a place to rest." That applies just as much to what we wear. If your outfit is too busy, it doesn't give people a place to focus, and they end up missing the most important part, which is the wonderful woman wearing it. I have a dear friend who is an incredibly talented artist. Her soul is as vibrant and colorful as her paintings, and her wardrobe used to reflect that in a very literal way. She would wear a blouse with a big, graphic floral print, paired with silk pants that had a completely different, bold geometric pattern. It was artistic, yes, but it was also a lot to take in. I gently suggested she try the one-star rule. Let those amazing pants be the star, but pair them with a simple, elegant black silk top. Or let that beautiful blouse shine with a pair of simple cream-colored linen trousers. The transformation was incredible. Suddenly, people weren't just complimenting her outfit, they were complimenting her energy. Her radiance. That's when you know your style is truly working for you. So what are the solutions for those of us who still love a good pattern? Solution number 1. Choose more subtle, sophisticated prints. Instead of giant florals, think about micro prints like tiny pin dots, a classic herringbone, or a subtle pinstripe. They add interest and texture without screaming for attention. Solution number 2. Choose texture over print. A pair of pants in a beautiful brocade, tweed, or jacquard fabric can be just as interesting as a bold print, but it's so much more chic. Its beauty is something you discover. It invites the eye. It doesn't shout at it. Do you see how much more powerful that approach is? And here's my pro-level tip for you. Always consider the scale of the print in relation to your body frame. This is so important. If you have a more petite frame, smaller, more delicate prints will be in harmony with your proportions. A huge print can easily overwhelm you. On the other hand, if you are taller or have a larger frame, you can confidently carry off a medium to larger scale print with ease. Proportion is everything. So, there you have it. We've journeyed through the 5 big mistakes, from the proportion problem of capris, to the structure issue with leggings, the attitude clash of distressed jeans, the context confusion of joggers, and finally, the lack of balance with loud prints. Every single choice we make is a chance to honor the smart, elegant woman we are today. So, we've walked through it all, from the capris and leggings, to the distressed jeans, the joggers, and those loud, overwhelming prints. But if you take away just one thing from our time together today, I don't want it to be a list of rules of what not to wear. No, the real lesson here, the bottom line, comes down to just 2 powerful words: harmony and respect. Harmony is about making sure every piece of your outfit is telling the same story. A story about the smart, elegant, and intentional woman that you are. And respect. Respect for the beautiful pieces you invest in, making sure you pair them with something that's worthy. and most importantly, respect for the incredible woman looking back at you in the mirror. The woman who has earned her wisdom, her grace, and a deep kind of beauty that you can't find in any trend. Your style, at this chapter of your life, is a reflection of that depth. It doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. So the next time you open your closet and you pull out that favorite blouse, I want you to pause for just a second. Hold up the pants you plan to wear with it and ask yourself, do these pants really deserve to be paired with this beautiful top? And do they honor the amazing woman I've worked so hard to become? If the answer is yes, you've got it right. Because true, timeless elegance isn't a set of rules you follow. It's a feeling. And that feeling comes from the inside out. It comes from confidence, and it comes from a deep appreciation for yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and maybe shared it with a friend who would enjoy it too. And I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which elegant swap are you most excited to try? Are you Team Culottes, Team Ponte Pants, or Team Classic Dark Wash Denim? I wish you all the best on your own personal style journey. Stay radiant, stay confident, and I will see you in the next video.